you could fill out your dream picture for your future, it doesn't matter what it is, however crazy, what would it be?
A lot of travelling.
Yeah.
Carrying on writing my travel articles, because I like writing travel articles actually, and I like writing.
How many books did you do?
Three novels, but I'm a columnist for Good Housekeeping. So
Really?
Yes.
I must start buying it then.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Pearls of wisdom dropped from my pen,
From
my computer.
So
It's rather sad, isn't it, that we don't write longhand anymore, that we don't have ink pens and all that sort of stuff.
No.
I used to love all ink pens and all the quink, and
Yes.
used to give you time
It's
to
still
think.
getting
Ways
there.
I know, but people tend not to, don't they?
that lovely sort of scratching noise.
Yeah.
We should bring it back.
How on earth in the future are people going to do things like, you know, that brilliant book, The Aristocrats? Is it called The Aristocrats? Where the four of the daughters of the Duke of Devonshire and their letters that they wrote to each other. And in the future, we're going to have these emails which have just disappeared.
Emails that went
Yeah, but they disappear. You know, computers come and go, don't they? And you have to get rid of them, which breaks my heart because I've usually spent, you know, money on them, and then put all your things on and everything else, and then you have to get rid of them, and then you have to download the photographs from that to the next one, and then half the time you miss them, and they just fall off and just go into the ether, and you have to just go, well, they're memories. I know I went there. I'm going to carry on learning things because I've decided this year I'm going to learn how to tap dance.
Wow, I could give you a couple of lessons. I can do a time step, a mean time step.
Can you indeed? Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to learn to tap dance. I was going to learn how to rock and roll, but
I can already rock and roll.
Can you really?
No, you see, I'll teach you how to rock and roll. You can teach me how to do a time
what's the
step.
deal then?
Yeah, it's not
Anything
bad, is
else?
it?
Say anything else?
Because I learnt a few years ago, I learnt how to ride a motorbike. I've learnt how to knit, and I've knitted a number of jumpers and hats and scarves and
Do you wear them?
things. Yes, in fact, I was wearing my little. Yeah, no, my jumpers are lovely. I'm just about to knit another jumper. Don't know whether I'm going to learn how to glide. I hate flying, and I just thought if I actually went up in a glider, I might be less scared, because if you can manage in a glider, where essentially there's nothing between you and all that air, but a piece of paper.
The thing is, you're in this huge, it's this just big glass bowl you're in, and you sit at the, well, I sat in the front, and the pilot sat behind.
Yeah.
And the views are amazing, and it is very, very quiet, obviously. But I often fly with a friend of mine. He flies and I sit and pretend to navigate, and we constantly check for gliders, and they don't seem to give a stuff who's coming. So I just found that a little disconcerting, because, you know...
Okay, so
What
you
about
can't
a
teach me
balloon?
how to do that. I've been in a hot air balloon and I loved that. I love that. I even like the kind of slightly clattering along when you land. I even quite like that, holding on.
Thrown out of the basket as you're dragged forward through a field.
I was quite fun, no, I did quite enjoy that. So now I'm going to carry on doing that. And I just would like to, I always think back to a play by Alan Ayckbourn. I can't remember what it was called, but I enjoyed the play. And there was a line in it where a character says something about, on your deathbed, it's not going to be the amount of wall-to-wall carpeting that you're going to be thinking about. It's going to be the people you've met and the places you've been. And I think that's what I'd like to, essentially, I love working, but I also love making enough money to go on holiday. And I love going and meeting people and seeing people. And I'd like to do, like little road trips. I can see myself doing a kind of, in my late 60s, early 70s, or 80s, 90s, my early hundreds, 110s.
Little soft top car.
Maybe not a soft top, but but maybe one with the roof where the roof can come off. But but like an easy one, just a button, and maybe a thermos flask and a little blanket, and then apple and Marmite sandwiches, and
a bottle of gin.
Bottle of Lafroig.
Okay.
Lafroig, maybe a hip flask of Lafroig.
Yeah.
And then my English Heritage card, which I just recently bought, a thing to English Heritage. So I'm going to go and trot round castles and have a look and say in a querulous voice, do you know what? No, I think I'll have the Lapsang Souchong tea, please. And could I have the cucumber sandwiches crusts off? I don't know why I'm suddenly going to start speaking like that.
Is that an age
But
thing?
As soon as you get older, one starts saying, "Orf." Yes, I think so. I think I'm going to start saying things like that, sounding like the Queen. I might even wear a sort of selection of headscarves.
So we'll know you're old when you sound and look like the Queen.
Yes, exactly.
Well, may it be a very long time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going for a cup of tea.
Let's go for a cup of tea now.
Yeah.